This is Colin's song. Jesus.
Ah, right.
He's taking over the show.
Neil Sedaka.
Fucking Colin. Turn it up for Colin.
This is great.
You gotta watch the video.
Oh, yeah.
I want all the listeners to watch the video at home.
Yeah.
Midnight Special, Neil Sedaka, Bad Blood.
Really, it's got to be the most awful thing ever.
Colin turned into a weirdo. You're just a weirdo now,
What am I
man.
supposed to be on Twitter going, hey, fans, try to catch me there? Fuck that shit. Twitter's fucking, all I'm trying to do is tell people Twitter's retarded.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm just about there. I agree with you.
It's like
Well, you
people
saw,
up there,
I agree with you.
they're
Kenya
trying too
Martin
hard.
had a nervous breakdown. Kenya Martin, he lost it and then ended his Twitter account.
What
He told
happened?
everybody, hope you get AIDS and die and this and that. And he just left Twitter.
You can just blow up shit with Twitter and then
They
leave.
left Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They left.
Colin doesn't do one, like, real... Or, I think honest tweet. There isn't,
No.
there's no plugs for shows.
Twitter doesn't deserve that.
There's no... See, you're playing it perfectly. Because Colin's shit is so anti-Colin.
Yeah.
But people buy into it.
Of course they do.
We could say it like this and say, look, Colin is bullshitting you on Twitter, but then you'll post something,
And they don't
people
believe
will be
it.
like, you're an asshole.
It's amazing.
No one
How
gets it.
they don't get it.
It's sad, but it's also an indication of what goes on. Like the fact that we were just talking about his new buddy Troy Davis, and it's like the fact that if I go on there and I'm like, hey, Troy Davis, what a shame, another great person with a lot of potential dies. Half the people are outraged because they think I'm serious. The other half are like, yeah, I agree with you.
Well,
Yeah. No one
It's
goes,
nauseating.
he's just being an asshole.
I wrote Al Davis dies, Raiders are back.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good.
And people are mad. I go, what are you mad at? That he died or the Raiders are back?
Yeah.
Like, I understand
Right.
what you trying to meld the context, but it was two facts
Yeah.
that I stated. And Twitter world,
Not good.
I love the Twitter thing because you really can fuck with people, and it's just fun to do. That whole Casey Anthony thing.
Oh, my God.
Just I would specifically find women from the Orlando area because you could search, knowing that they were mothers from the Orlando area, knowing that they know the case. They're fucking. It's in the news, crazy all over the country. Down there, it's even worse. And I was able to just start retweeting them, but altering their tweets to make it seem like they were sympathetic to Casey Anthony. And they would be like, I never said that! Whoa! Like, thinking they could sue me for altering
you were
their
able
tweet.
to alter their tweets.
Yeah.
you just quote the tweet.
You just retweet
Like
them
you ever
and then
see Malcolm
change
X?
their
And
tweets.
change
It's
it.
great.
You ever
Make
see
it
Malcolm
short
X?
and
Where he
of
goes,
course.
that's too much power for one man.
It is too much power
That's how
for one man.
That's how you really
Yes.
feel.
Yeah. And I was like, and then I would retweet it, alter their tweet, and then be like, oh my God, at least you're thinking like me and agree that she needs to be set free. And their whole they tweet every 3 minutes about how guilty she was and how she should
And they
get
said they
the
were gonna
chair.
sue you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm going to sue you for slander. All of a sudden, everyone's a lawyer. Everyone's a doctor.
Then Opie went in. Opie started up the wrong hornet's nest. I wouldn't fuck with Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
mess with the fucking Beliebers. They don't play
That's
games.
I haven't even
crazy.
talked about that one on the radio
That's
yet.
crazy.
That was the same time you were going.
Yeah,
You were having your own
but
thing.
Justin and them, they got some serious.
What happened?
intense
You
followers.
just get bored with the whole Twitter thing, so you want to stir shit up.
Yeah.
Everyone's thinking like, what's the end game with Twitter? Like, what is it?
How do they make
go?
money?
How does it go? How does it end?
No, how does
I
it
mean,
end for you
individually?
individually?
Like, do you just continue the rest of your life tweeting what you had for dinner
Right.
and shit? I mean,
But you don't do that. There's some
no,
people
I
that
don't.
just.
But I mean, like, I'm not talking about like me or
But
you or
you
anybody.
do have tweet needs.
Yeah.
Here's what Twitter just fucked up. Twitter just fucked up.
There are tweet
And I said
needs.
this before, Twitter fucked up the idea that celebrities are better than you. That's all. That's what it's done.
That is true.
It's just I'm better than you. Now I don't have. Norton has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
I have less than Norton, but we're in the thousands. Colin hates
Right.
it, and he's in the thousands.
Yeah.
But there's fucking squares who got 70.
Yeah.
And it's just that's what they do, and that's what it is, and you get people that go, hey man, you don't tweet enough.
For what?
Suck a dick, man.
I've seen people with literally 10 followers and 10,000 tweets.
Yeah.
They felt that they needed to get what they had to say out to 10 people.
Yeah.
10,000
And motherfuckers
times.
that know you and say what's up to you on like,
Yeah.
don't fucking, no one did it. Don't fucking acknowledge me.
Wait,
through
when did I
Twitter,
say hi to you?
You toilet in the head, in a dumb avatar with his fucking face in the toilet. Why does Norton have to be a creep all the time?
Because they won't
Why can't he
verify
smile? Just, hey guys, I'm
Yeah,
a fucking, his head's
You're
in
right.
the toilet.
A fucking 8x10, like my nice 8x10.
Yes.
I have an 8x10
Colin
from
got a
15 years ago.
lovely
It had to be verified, so I had to take a picture on the spot.
He
I verified myself. They
Yeah.
won't verify me.
Damn, licking a toilet.
Why
That's
won't they
right. What else
verify
should I be
us? Are we
doing?
too
Get a
dirty or
nice
something?
8x10 like I have up there.
When
From 14
When did I
years
say
ago.
hi to you on Twitter? What was I? What
He
was I doing?
said something.
There's idiots
you
that
said
are
something that
verified
you-
and we're not verified.
You
Why?
called me and said,
I like the
don't
fact that
remember.
Norton had a
Who
lonely
cares?
moment
Whatever.
where he reaches out to Patrice, and in true fashion, as we all are as comedians,
Wow.
Patrice's like, "Fuck you,"
Just
Norton.
shits
Even though
on
they're
him.
friends, he's like, "Hey," in this cold
Patrice
world,
has
one
to
of
say
you guys
fuck
are
you
like
all the
Patrice.
time.
That's not true.
You have to say fuck you all the
Colin
time.
does the same shit. You cannot. If you go, hi, Colin, he goes, ooh, what are you fucking? I saw that coming from fucking. Hello, Colin. don't fucking call me with the fact that you sit and you thinking you're sitting there looking at your fucking TV and you just fucking. I know I got a replay of my fucking special on, and you just go, oh, let me. It's just, hi, Colin. How are
Just
you?
from saying
and
hi,
when
yeah.
you call him, you know he's making a decision on whether to answer the phone or not. Stop trying to be a mysterious, coy old man. No one, you're not James Bond. You fucking small dick Mick.
First of all, I don't like the fact.
And by the way, just because Colin hurts you, you don't have to hurt me, bully.
Yeah, you went after Jimmy for no reason.
Exactly.
I like the fact that
it's a
Patrice this guy projects whatever shit he's going on with his fucking not in. I answer my phone all the fucking time.
He's lying.
How do you say agoraphobia in fucking Ebonics? You fucking, I don't even leave your house
Just say
for 6 months.
agoraphobia, you racist. Why? Why?
I don't want you to mistake it for like your cousin's middle name.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that a Toyota to sell joke? You sicken me.
That's good.
Fucking asshole.
It is. It's
I
good.
fucking hate
It's good. It's
God
good.
damn it.
He leaves his house for a gig at like the fucking St. Louis Punchline once every 3 months. And then he goes back, sits there waiting for his
It's
acolyte.
the same.
I'll tell you exactly what he is.
He needs to stop.
He's like a tribal king in the middle of New Jersey. He has like six. He has six.
Colin
he has
is
six
every.
black-
He's every
six
criminal.
black open micers.
He's
that wait
he's
outside his
every
house.
criminal. He's every criminal from all Electra books mixed up. He thinks he's out enjoying the day. He lives on the 55th floor of a 57th floor building. He's almost at the top. He cries on a regular basis. It's nothing worse than an Irishman that doesn't drink to get it all out. He's a sober Irish angry, sad man.
Do you cry a lot, Colin?
Yes.
I
He
kind
does.
of I
And
realized the other day.
but his tear ducts are all dead, so it's just tears all
dried
in his
up.
liver. It seeps in his body. He's a big tear.
Too old
Every
to get the
squeeze-
tears up to the ducts.
He's salty.
I realized the other day that my life for the past 7 years has followed Whitey Bulgers in many.
We're all miserable. Do you understand how much I miss Tough Crowd? We're all miserable.
Everybody does.
And now we're
man.
all
That was-
split up. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with Tough Crowd. We all split up.
It was
Great show,
fucking
man.
great.
And it's just everybody's by themselves sad.
Then why don't we pitch it somewhere else? Why don't you pitch it somewhere else? There's a million more networks now.
Shit, I didn't even think of that. I hate him so much.
But I mean, did you pitch it or did you just think about it and not do
You
it?
shut the fuck up, Lord.
Hold on. You don't know if
Colin's
he pitched it
yelling,
either.
of
That's a fair
course.
question.
He
Oh,
did.
okay.
He
I didn't know
did.
that.
Of course he
The
did.
reason it makes me exactly.
And then you got a
right
lot of
when
these-
right when it was ending. This dope who thinks he's in showbiz. The thing that bothers me the most is Norton sometimes thinks he's in showbiz. He's like, yeah, you know, I met this, and it's like somebody from like 14 years ago that I know. You know, it's like, yeah, I know, and he's like. You should picture the play when it first ended, like HBO or FX. Like I didn't have a fucking TV. I didn't know
Yeah,
HBO.
you don't even know what's
I was
on.
Like, oh, because they're like, well, I mean, you know, I was like, really? It's a fair. Of course, I fucking.
And
I
then
have my
you
top
got
team.
the Tough Crowd out there in watered down versions now
Yeah.
too, man. All over the fucking place.
Comics Unleashed is funny.
Holy shit! When I see the collection of nothing on that fucking thing, every time I go by it on the channel guide, I stop just to see who's on, and it's like, really?
No, but the best part is they'll have like a segment where they're like, "So you you think the administration should invade Iran, and the guy does 2 minutes Iran, and they go, no, you don't like first dates. The next question. It's like, wait, what?
Wait, what? Yeah.
But Byron Allen does it pretty. It's seamless the way he does it, though. Like you never realize he knew what they were going to say.
Can you imagine that show is on TV? Can you imagine the amazing, like, look, Byron, I don't know Byron Allen, but that show as a comics should just stop doing that show on every level.
I think they have, if you look at the lineup.
I hear you like cheese, and it's just that's what it is, and it's so fucking bad.
Set up for my act, so I could do a part of my act and then go to the next comic.
And he's making millions off of horse shit. Yeah. He got one called Comedy.tv, and it comes on at 4 in the morning on various, and won't pay for flights, won't pay for
nothing,
just. And want you to come and do this show that no one knows is going to be on when, how, and where.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
It's so fucking amazing. Man.
I watch tough crowd clips sometimes on YouTube, and it still really does make me angry that it got off the air. I'm not mad about other projects I've done that have failed, but that one 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
But that one still really bugs me. Yeah.
Seems like it's
03 and 04.
Just fun
it ended 7 years ago. It's almost like the anniversary.
Holy shit.
I can't believe that's been off the air for 7 years.
7 fucking years.
That's when we got back on radio.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
right.
like a 1 month overlap.
Perfect for
That's
Jim
right.
Norton.
Jim seamlessly jumped from coattail to coattail.
Holy shit, you guys
Jim
were.
never-
Dude, I went from
on the radio.
You weren't on the radio.
I went from radio, August of 02, off the air. November of 02, we started doing the writing and stuff like that for Tough Crowd, and eventually the fucking first 8 episodes.
What do you mean, the writing? You mean,
when me and Keith, Keith and I would be in the office together, and sometimes we were tuckered out, so we would put our feet up and fall asleep while other people were writing.
I made the mistake of trusting some of these assholes to be part of the
creative process.
Yeah.
I walk in, him and Keith be sitting there, and it's the early days of, like, porn. So, of course, Norton was always on a porn site.
On a Mac, yeah.
Yeah. And Keith is just like half asleep, like a fucking sleeping frog.
I'm fucking tired. Damn it, I'm tired.
I drove 2 hours to get here.
Geraldo would at least be working hard because he was in the other office, and
Look where that got him.
DePaulo.
Yeah.
See?
Exactly.
But even then, nobody really put in a good, honest effort.
I would have.
No, you wouldn't have.
I would have.
You were in the doghouse with me until 2 weeks after that, remember?
What happened?
Oh, me and Colin had a
fucking
beef
falling
that we
out.
that
A
we
real
both
blowout, or
that,
is this-
that we
Oh,
both
shit. No.
look at. White people are so sensitive. I had a
No,
falling
we're
out. I would had a falling out with the owner of the cellar at the same time. No. Yes, because this was the NBC one.
Yeah.
And
right, yeah.
Walk us through this. What happened?
I don't.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
I'll tell you
But
what happened.
no, I don't want you. I want you to tell the story.
Right.
I don't want you to.
All right, let
skew
Colin
it.
try.
One thing about Irish people, we remember every fucking little
But,
incident.
but here's the thing. To this
I'll
day,
tell you exactly
to this
what
day,
happened.
he fucking thinks it was my fault, and I don't think it was my fault. And he wouldn't let me apologize.
All right, let's go.
That's why.
All right, let's get it.
Oh.
Let him talk.
He's
Let him
right
talk.
about that. Doesn't that sound like a perfect example of my character and his, that I wouldn't let him apologize?
Yes. Thank you.
You can just envision that.
You can.
Let's all envision that based on the 2 people we know here.
He fucking.
I
he
would
had
let you apologize.
He had overthinking face during you know what? I didn't mean that. You couldn't even have a context and not meaning how he took it.
Really?
It's how he felt. There's a saying
He doesn't
called.
remember what happened.
I do.
All right, wait. Let him tell the story.
But let me say this last thing.
Okay.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
thing called intent versus impact. What I intended
Thank you,
to happen,
Reverend Run.
Thank you. I intended not for him to take it the way it was, and someone else was the catalyst in this. And I hope
he
that
sounds like he's talking to his legal aid lawyer.
I hope that he says the party that kind of was started.
All right. Let him talk.
Party
I want to
was-
hear Colin.
My intent, Your Honor, was not what the impact
Don't be
of that
racist, man.
situation
I'm
happened.
tired of these fucking pink skinned people that other white people hate. Irish are the niggas of white people. We should be together. I love Colin,
Your Honor,
but he's
my
somehow a
intent-
racist.
My intent was not my impact on the obviousness. Your
Go
Honor.
ahead. Go ahead.
7 years ago, right?
go ahead with his new style. Instead of combing it over, he just lets it go crazy like this on purpose.
So he's 2 weeks away from kicking a football and missing it.
Shut up and let it
You might have
soak
lost
in.
a few. You might have lost a few up there.
This fucker's trying to do the something about Mary's sperm hair, and it's just
You're damn right I am.
son of a bitch. Good. I'm glad you're going bald. So now tell the story,
All right.
Fuck.
asshole.
First of all, I'm
And don't forget the meeting that he had with me and my mother in the room at the same time.
I'm glad you're going bald. Go tell the story. All right. This nincompoop.
Holy shit!
Oh no! Oh no!
I heard that, motherfucker. Go ahead. That's
It's a long, boring story. I'm too big to tell the social, but I'll give you the quick one. Ready? The quick one is I bring these nobodies, truly, onto NBC against, by the way, which cost that show, we do because I had to go against certain powers that be to get these, once again, no names on this show when they wanted to go with a certain type of show. And I was like, no, these guys are hilarious. We hang out at the cellar. It's going to be great. We do 3 episodes on NBC. Goes great. These guys get shit. I didn't even make that much money, but these guys got really shit money. So they expected, because, like I said, amateurs in the business, we should have got paid big money. It's live television. So they got like, what, $2,000 a show, something like that. So they're like, well, we're supposed to go. So the one with the cellar one day, they stopped busting my balls, especially Patrice, of course, the leader. Wait, yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me tell the story now. Now you remember.
busting balls. Don't listen to busting balls now. We were teasing them. We were teasing them.
I understand totally busting balls.
Okay.
Keeps doing it, and you can tell, like, they keep doing it, and the whole table's getting, like, kind of angry. Like, Wanda Sykes is there. She's getting annoyed. Manny's getting annoyed. And even I'm like, all right, guys. And you could tell it was, like, a lot of anger underneath. Like, it wasn't just normal busting balls.
You couldn't tell.
And it didn't stop. Yes, you.
Time
Well, the
out,
whole
time
table.
out.
Wait, every other professional comedian.
Time out.
Wanda Sykes is a professional comedian.
Colin isn't mad now. But look how mad he is. How the
They
fuck
never got
do you,
past this.
How the
This
fuck
is
do you
wonderful.
know?
No.
How the fuck do you know Colin
This scab just got pissed.
is fucking hurt? He's a closed man. He doesn't smile when he's happy. He doesn't cry when he's sad. He's this. How the fuck do I know his feelings are getting hurt while we busting his balls?
All right, let him
about
continue.
money?
Let him continue.
So anyway, it turned into, according to all the people at the table except Patrice, it turned into an uncomfortable kind of angry thing that he was going for. So after a while, I was like, all right, fine.
Not true, though.
I go, shut up.
Okay.
So then Wanda speaks up for me. Wanda goes, you guys, you understand? She basically pinned out, even though she wasn't a part of the show. Do you understand how him getting you no names on the show, probably how that uncomfortable was? So then you have the black man, black woman fight, which is going on for hundreds of years, where it's like, you know, we work all day and you guys sit around and wait for us to go home, and they're like, oh, fuck you, you know. They have their own tension. They have their own tension. First and 15
Stop reading the
tension.
Willie Lynch papers to me, you fucking douche. I don't like how Colin sneakily learns about black people and then attacks you with it in front of white people that don't know. Asshole, go ahead. I know about the busing situation in Boston, motherfucker, go.
So,
By the way, we are joking the whole time, but
things got ugly.
Manny, I'm gonna tell you, Colin wasn't there until Wanda opened her fucking mouth. And she's drunk, and she's like, "Y'all saying some fucked up shit about Zabba Zabba," and then
Not true.
let me tell you how fucking
The whole table was uncomfortable.
Manny, no, they wasn't, and Manny. We had him out because I said, "Man, your teeth are fantastic."
Was that the same night?
But
No,
that was just
it's a year later. This guy's crazy.
No. Wait,
Holy
I'm saying,
shit.
I
I'm
remember
saying
that one.
these are the people.
Do you want to hear
that
the
you're
rest of the
dealing
story?
with.
Yeah, Patrice, you gotta let him finish.
What fucking?
You'll
fuck that.
have a turn.
He's digressing because he sees that I have every beat down,
Colin, I need-
motherfucker.
We were
I need
joking.
to know who was at the table too.
Keith.
Patrice
So
is
Keith
stressing
Patrice-
that everyone was joking, and
you
Colin,
there?
no
I
matter
don't
what
remember.
Colin
The
says
Manny
during
Keith
this,
thing I was. I don't remember this.
no matter what Colin says during this story, remember that Patrice's side of this whole thing is that they were joking.
Right,
Let's just
exactly.
keep that
That's
through.
by the way, the
But
great
I
amateur
have to-
comics excuse for everything.
No.
Hey, it's a joke.
No.
Fuck you.
He said,
Let me finish that story.
Wait, Colin, was I there or no?
He's saying,
Hold on, was I there?
you were there.
I don't think so
Anthony,
either.
Anthony,
Yeah.
listen to what he's saying.
Uh-huh.
Somebody should have known. There's no onus on him to go, it's getting uncomfortable. And when it got uncomfortable,
oh my
instead
God.
of saying, man, it got, and I apologize. He's not saying that for what it did to him, but I was joking. He wouldn't take that as a joke. He's not saying that.
All right, let him finish the story, I want to hear the whole story, and then we can get into it. And really fast, there's Patrice, Keith, Wanda, who else? Do you remember, Colin?
Manny?
No, I don't remember.
Manny?
But,
okay, good.
I remember.
But all right, who else?
Who else was there?
You're a liar. You don't remember now.
No.
I knew you didn't remember. That's why. I remember the whole story, so he wasn't getting a little credit. Like I remember it was there. You don't. Let's move on.
I know who's there. I remember the story.
Yeah, they always lie.
And Colin didn't get hurt.
All right, let him finish.
Said something.
Let him finish.
See, that's a true side of a sociopath. They try to twist the story like, oh, here's what happened. You were never hurt. You don't know how I felt.
This is a straight up story without any digs at it.
I'm never going to hear the story.
And then afterwards,
I'm not falling for this horseshit.
as much as I love Colin, I will afterwards tell the story of the time I accidentally hurt him and didn't know until he yelled at me. He's hard to read sometimes.
He won't say that he's hurt.
Did me and Ann ever hurt your feelings?
Of course you have.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Oh, we have? We just don't know it?
You just don't fucking know it. He's a sensitive prick.
Sometimes it's hard to tell a Colin because Colin like you'll say something and he'll go like shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And you're afraid to be sensitive because you don't know if he's so if he's like honestly telling you something. No.
He's Ebenezer Scrooge with no ghost.
Okay, but let's not forget what happened here. Okay.
All right, let's get
What
the
happened
whole
was
story out.
I went and literally caught, whatever politics went on to make sure that these motherfuckers were on this show twice. Once on NBC, what I mean, and they're both amazing. And I'm not acting like I did somebody a big favor,
You
but I
believed
did.
in them.
And
they didn't have
this
names.
Way, I definitely,
At the time.
And we love
you
them
could argue
for it
that I
and
paid
love
the
them to this day
price.
for that
Okay.
shit.
So,
Don't forget that.
anyway, we have this big blowout. We don't talk for a few months. You know what I mean?
He had a big blowout and he didn't talk to me for months.
But everybody else at the table was totally comfortable with it and felt it was totally broke.
I'm trying to say
Wait,
these
Colin,
motherfuckers
were
don't count,
you
Colin.
yelling at the table? Did you guys yell?
Yes, he turned ugly at the table.
No. Oh, no, I remember this.
In what way did it turn ugly? What were you saying back, Colin?
Colin did not get ugly. Colin got quiet, and then he mumbled his anger. Like when I go, hey, Colin, man, I was surprised. I really was. And that's when Colin goes,
You felt it was too real.
He's got real. I did say he did because it got weird because I felt like Wanda was trying to defend me. So I'm like, oh, great, now I got somebody having to defend me. And I was like, it was kind of like, yeah, that's true. And then she goes, and I go, what's kind of about? I didn't say, I just said, it's kind of a First of all, let's not act like you've gone out of your way. It's not, I
did. I said sorry.
Anyway.
And you wouldn't accept it. Just say that part. Did I apologize, Colin?
I don't remember, but I guarantee you did.
Irish people remember everything.
It was with that loud, kind of like
hypocrite.
It was like, I'm sorry.
This hypocrite.
He probably said sorry. No, if he said sorry, I guarantee it was like, if he apologized, it was like when some lady brings the kid up to school and goes, say you're sorry to the teacher. I'm sorry, and they don't really mean it.
Absolutely not.
So anyway,
I was very contrite, which is how white people like it.
Yeah.
We just like the fact that you know that word.
You were supposed to call him Mr. Colin when you said
Mr.
sorry.
Collins, sir. Mr. Collins. I even said Mr. Collins.
Here's one of
Mr. Collins.
Here's one of all right, well, that's a sidetrack. I'll get to later.
You gotta let him talk.
Absolutely.
People want Colin.
Shut the fuck up.
They
people.
want to hear Colin.
This is the people. This is
because
what
you're gonna get a
fucked
chance. I'm
This is
telling you,
what-
I want to hear Colin's side.
This is what fucked up Colin. Those are the people. That's Wanda. That's them. Who go,
You mean
these
reasonable
people-
human beings that don't like a 50-minute black filibuster?
All right, go ahead.
You're a black filibuster.
Tell them to shut the fuck them.
You're
I want to
right.
hear Colin for a second.
No, he's got a good point, though. Those people were really aberrant. They wanted me to actually complete sentences instead of getting interrupted every 2 minutes for a 20-minute
A lot of
filibuster.
interrupting going on.
All right, go
That's
ahead.
what they're getting at.
It's
That's what
they're getting
emotional.
at.
It's emotional. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway,
I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, fuck.
so
Oh wait! Before you do, no. This is important. I do want to say I'll be at the Pittsburgh Improv the 20th through the 22nd of this month.
20th and 27th.
I swear I'm gonna shut up.
I don't think you could show for a minute.
I will.
Oh,
and don't,
man.
And don't
I really
reverse
don't.
psychology me ever.
I don't think so.
You make me want to talk.
It's
It's
true.
gonna be
You
quiet.
can't. So.
Don't you ever make me
think
shut
so.
up as a bet, motherfucker.
Okay, Carl.
Go
See,
ahead.
here's the problem with
not gonna get your Carolines
Well, let me I'll sidetrack for a minute. Here's the problem. So then, whatever happens, we start doing Comedy Central. Of course, I'm like, me and Patrice ain't talking. I'm like, he ain't coming on the show. You know what I mean? I don't want him involved. Even though, of course, I love him. I want him on the show. Yeah, I think he's amazing. And, a couple of emissaries are like, how about you and Patrice? I go, fuck him. You know what I mean? Because he didn't really apologize to me. I know he didn't. Finally, we set up a big, like one of those summit meetings, a big summit, me and Patrice.
And my mother.
And his mom.
Your mom? She was in the room.
His mom shows up, thank God, because I was talking to somebody reasonable. And literally, she's sitting there explaining, as she's done with every well-intentioned white teacher like myself throughout his childhood.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what's wrong with my son. He's just, and I'm like, I know, Mrs. O'Neill. And we have this big screaming match in my office.
This is what I'm saying.
I thought he was going to throw me out the window.
Throw you out the window.
He's literally hovering over me.
Didn't last a minute, by the way.
A giant bear hovering over me. I think he's going to throw me out my window.
You're like Dangerous Minds, like a teacher in Dangerous Minds.
Colin turned me into angry black guy.
Yeah.
You should have seen this son of a bitch. He had me hovered against my window. I'm like, we're screaming at each other. He's got me against the window. He's literally about to toss me out of my window.
Like Marcellus Wallace with Tony Rocky
in the office. No, his mother was great. His mother.
Suge Knight.
No, but I mean, that's the one you mean.
like Suge.
Suge Knight situation.
It was like a Suge Knight situation. It was like Suge Knight. That's exactly what it was like. It was like Suge Knight. But here's the problem with, and let me just say this about Patrice. As much as I love Patrice and feel like he's this brilliant, amazing, talented, unique, distinctive guy, he still sees me like just another member of the white society that he despises, because he can't see me as Colin Quinn. All he sees is a white part. And here's how I know, because he'd be
white,
like,
by the way,
in the middle of like, tough crowd, he'd try to put me, he thinks, he doesn't understand I'm a comedian too. I'm fucked up too. He thinks I'm like a white guy that has my shit together. He's like, we should go on tour. I'm like, what do you mean? Tour? Yeah, you don't just snap. I'm not your agent. I don't set up a fucking tour. I don't just sit there, Mr. Efficiency.
That's not me.
Yes, it was him.
I never did.
He wanted to go on tour.
That shit. I don't want
he
to
thinks
go on
I'm.
tour.
I might as well be. I might as well be a fucking. I might as well be a clerk at the Department of Social Services. That's how he fucking looks at me.
Let me tell you, this is a collective of
my benefits didn't come through.
We all.
Where's my benefits?
This was an entire farce to say shitty little jazz. He's full of shit. He had these idiots on the phone with bated breath. All he wanted to do is do a couple of black guy impressions. That's what I'm saying. I'm not fucking falling for this shit.
Don't try to dismiss this as some hacky black impression.
No.
I'm talking about a structural problem in America where black people think white people are like part of this system. They can't look at us as individuals.
Ever.
You say
that's not me.
Maybe it's you that thinks we're the invisible man.
That's not me.
A book you've never read.
I don't think that Colin is that.
Holy shit.
Colin somehow still, this is Colin. As all these compliments he gave me, he still thinks somehow I don't know nothing as a nigga. Like, it's just that.
Well, no, that's not that you don't know nothing. It's that you can't see a white person without seeing like a counter and a couple of computers in the back and some guy in the back office.
And he doesn't believe this.
He doesn't believe this. And an Indian in the back office on a computer not giving you whatever.
He doesn't believe this. And I'll tell you something. Let me tell you what this boils down to.
Yes, Patrice.
Racist.
Other than racism.
Yeah, other than. Separate from, other than,
because there's a white arrogance there. I saw Planet of the Apes. White people have an arrogance they can't stop.
Which one? The original, the second one, or the new one?
And real quick, but I won't forget, the arrogant part of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Was the ending when James Franco told that monkey that fought for his freedom,
right,
you are now free.
Yeah,
really?
It's like,
according to who, Cracker? I just fought for this.
He could have fucking broke his neck right there and said, fuck you. I'm free regardless.
This is why niggas is mad.
That is stupid.
But Colin, he doesn't want to say what it actually is. He's a curmudgeon. He's a mean guy. He breaks people down.
Mean guy.
And wait. This is his crusty outside. He's just like a black woman, hard on the outside, but you get to the middle, it's love. He's like a black maid. So he's like the white Nell Carter. He goes, and you get down to something. Colin was vulnerable. He knows how to express this, but his emotions got there. He was vulnerable at the time, and let me tell you something. My point of view. I fucking love that fucking show.
Yeah.
And it was just the teasing was it's like if you guys got canceled and we was like, fuck it. Let's do it from my house.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's some mics, motherfucker. As if to go, I don't give a fuck whether you do radio or not, man. We're friends.
Yeah.
So this show, I didn't think of it on that part. That's my fault. Is that, fuck it. It's great. Let's fucking, who gives a fuck? We boys. So my energy was, who gives a shit about this and that? We fucking went about money. But I love that fucking show. I love the other show. I love Colin. That it was
you
love.
could tell. I can feel the love.
Yeah, no, man. It's
this never went away.
We
might have to get Patrice's mom on the phone again.
This lingered
for another sit down.
But it never ended like we both, because Colin just goes. He just wouldn't let me apologize. He wouldn't let me say, man, I'm sorry for. Here's the thing. He wanted me to do. I'm sorry for what I did. But I said, look, man. I'm sorry for how you took it. I can't go sorry for what I did.
That says it all right there.
I'm sorry you were hurt.
Is there anything more disingenuous than anybody going, I'm sorry for how you took it? I obviously wasn't wrong. I'm sorry that you're twisted how you took it. You're a phony white motherfucker for saying that. You talking about white people? I'm sorry how you took it.
No, I'm sorry for how, put it this way. I'm sorry for how I made you feel.
Yeah.
Is that unreasonable?
You goddamn passive-aggressive white bastards.
I have the worst fucking... I can't judge this situation because I don't know that Colin that you know. I see this Colin.
Yes!
I don't
this
know
is all there is. He's making up some...
I don't know this creamy center of Colin. I just know...
Oh, I thought he was saying... I thought Anthony was like, no, I know you as a great guy. And so he's like, I know this cocksucker.
No, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know you.
I think he's on Patrice's side.
That could be hurt.
Right. I don't know Colin as a guy that can be hurt, especially by people like having fun. I don't know that.
Colin is very...
Colin's hard to read.
Colin is sensitive more than you think.
I didn't know you were that sensitive.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
There's been a couple...
I'm sorry you're sensitive.
There's times where...
Oh, no. Now we're going to have to get your mom involved, too, actually.
You'll do something to Colin sometimes and not realize you did it, because he can be hard to read. Where you don't know, like, I think if I hurt somebody, I usually know it, but like this time it happened with me and you, and I didn't know I had.
Now, what happened with Jimmy? Let me hear.
I really didn't know.
Let me hear which one this is.
But I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Colin doesn't, and he's a prodigy when it comes to sizing people up quickly, and so you are always on the defensive with Colin. So who knows when he's fucking hurt?
What could you have possibly said though that hurt him in that situation where you're at the cellar and you're just going back and forth?
He just was hurt, but he would not submit to the fact that he can be sensitive and insecure and hurt at a time, and I heard him and didn't fucking know it.
I had
remember
to think,
something.
hold on, I had to think. Me and you were sitting there. It was a silly thing. When we were busting each other's balls about something, I was on my phone, and Colin was, I think, talking about a situation with work, like a stand-up thing that kind of bothered him. And I think he felt like
you weren't taking it seriously because you're multitasking,
just being an asshole. But I think he thought that I was really disregarding what he was saying or not caring about something.
Were.
But in the way we interacted,
yes, you were.
But I didn't realize it was bothering you. Like
that's one of the worst things you could do.
No. But like in the way that we don't care about each other. Like if I knew something really bothered him, like he was really being affected by it, I would have taken it differently. Yeah. But I remember not knowing at the time.
Could you see Kirk on the communicator while Spock's dying in that glass room? No. He's telling a sincere fucking speech.
I asked Colin, do you want to ride home that night? And he was like, no. And he just kind of left.
Oh, shit.
And a couple of times I saw him after that. We didn't really talk. And I asked him one time on the street, like, are you pissed off? Like, I didn't know he was pissed off at me. And he told me he was, and he thought that was fucked up. But I said I was sorry. I'm like, I didn't realize that you took it
I'm sorry that you got upset.
No, but I said, thank you. I was saying, I was sorry. I didn't know.
I love the apology now. I'm sorry you were hurt.
But let me say real quick, Anthony. We all submit. We had this bizarro world Rat Pack that we all of us, man. Not saying this in an arrogant way. We all submitted to Colin as the Frank Sinatra. We submitted to we love Colin as our leader, dude. That's what we looked at him as.
I never doubted that. It was obvious.
Yeah. But we just weren't like that.
And and it's not just because he's like a lot older
than everybody else.
But you guys bust my 2 cents. You guys bust balls so much. I never know.
There's collateral damage.
I never know when you guys are serious.
You don't realize.
You know what's coming through now? Shut the fuck up, Sammy Davis Jr.
And I can't see out of one eye, by the way.
Yeah, and if a hotel didn't let you stay in it, I'd still stay there.
After all these years, I don't know that you guys take anything seriously.
Once in a
So
while
then when
you
it
do.
does happen, you get really confused.
Yes. This has turned into an intervention.
Because I don't know.
I'm very happy about it.
I didn't know.
But you guys are all the same.
All of
when
this
it comes to this.
all of this would be legitimate. But I was at the table with a bunch of other comedians. They're the ones that go, "Wow, this is way out of fucking line."
Oh,
not me.
Wanda
That's what I'm trying to say.
Wanda
We walk that table every day for fucking years.
Exactly.
This motherfucker's made.
How did it get over a line? Like, where's the fucking line?
Exactly.
When Wanda says something and Manny says something, because Manny only
No,
and
it
Manny
was-
died. Manny
he
died.
wouldn't
So this is no disrespect to Manny, but this is the story. Manny, let me tell
Is
you.
this his
Colin
boring ass teeth story again?
Colin.
People are bored by that story. It was 8 years ago.
Colin, listen. Colin is the one that kind of brought me in to the group. They didn't like me at the Cellar. Colin saw we the same motherfucker. And Colin brought me into
I'm
that.
like you. Me and you are the same.
Colin, I wasn't a part of that. I never was a part of that whole shit. Colin brought me into that shit. So they kind of was like,
but we're the same. How did I get in if we're the same? How did I get in with them if we're exactly the same?
You're white.
Because I'm white.
And somehow,
I see.
Yeah. Colin's evil people like.
Right.
They don't like Nick's evil. Nick makes people go, Colin is some kind of sweet old, he's Archie Bunker somehow. People kind of tickle. Hey,
see,
Colin,
this guy doesn't
telling
understand.
No, I see you.
I do understand.
You and Nick, I see as two completely different types of people.
Exactly.
Nick's mean makes people go, I'm really afraid of Nick.
But I don't see Colin as being as mean as Nick.
No, Colin's mean. He has devised a way to be a mean guy.
That's what I spent my whole life doing. Trying to
treachery.
I've been exactly.
That's why
this is the most.
He's full of shit.
This is really horrendous. This has gone from bad to worse.
You're saying he's as mean as Nick DiPaolo?
He's sitting there with his fucking.
He's almost
Michael Jordan fucking mustache. Shave that fucking horrible mustache. That's the first thing I want to say.
Nick. He's good.
He looks like a fucking Newark riot fucking passerby from the 60s, and you let him talk.
Hold on. Now it's possible.
When I was a little kid, he used a pork pie hat.
I'm getting hurt. I'm letting you know right now I'm hurt.
That's awful.
This is mean and it's hurtful, and I'm not dealing well with
We're getting things done here today. This is good. We're patching shit up, I think.
Oh my God,
it's horrible.
I just don't know how you guys would be sitting at a table. I don't know what you guys could possibly say that would hurt him.
I mean, let's be honest. Even on Tough Crowd, Frank Sinatra, you think everybody in the Rat Pack sat there going, Frank Sinatra, shut up. Your legs stink. Shut up. We're running the show. And I just sit there and take it because that's how it is.
Right. Yeah.
But you can't tease each other as much as we have over the years and not occasionally get hurt feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
He's
part
got
of what
his
we
feelings
do.
hurt. He's got his feelings hurt. I got my hair. Everybody does.
I would think the other way around, like you do it so much that no one would take it seriously.
Once in a while you
Everybody
hit the Achilles without meaning to.
But then
Everybody
one time,
does.
all of a sudden, it's real.
Yeah.
That's got to be confusing in
It
their
is a little
circle.
confusing.
It has to be.
It is, but I don't know, like that I'm the fucking focal. Everybody gets offended all the fucking time, and I'm just, today's my day.
But
I'm
you didn't say that. You didn't even say it like that.
So you guys still hate each other, obviously.
Oh, boy.
I don't like Colin. What's wrong with you?
Patrice O'Neill at Caroline's, by the way. Tonight through the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That'll be a good show.
I don't think we have to sell that show.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Carolina.
Friday and Sunday,
Saturday,
maybe.
and Sunday.
Because they don't get bonuses on Saturday because the clubs don't give you any extra money. If
Saturday,
you sell
they
out on
figure
Saturday,
sell anyway.
they feel like they put in a fucking dancing.
So we need to sell out
squirrel.
Friday so you get a little
is that what they
pocket
do?
money,
Friday,
right?
Sunday, come on now.
Let's
And
go
Saturday,
with Friday
I
then.
guess,
Go tonight to see
I refuse.
Patrice.
I refuse. This is at the end of the day. I refuse to let Colin make me feel bad because I know me. I did not mean to hurt Colin.
Yeah,
and I apologize for it.
I
then.
can't
He
think.
did apologize. He said, I'm sorry you took it that way.
Sometimes we
That's
hurt
a
each
total
other.
apology.
I don't think Patrice would
very
purposefully.
sincere.
I'm
I don't
sorry
think
how you-
Patrice would
So
purposely
Patrice
hurt
was
you.
obviously the downfall
No.
of Tough Crowd.
Oh shit!
Fucked up the whole
now
chemistry.
you just fucking said something. That
Fucked
hurt
up the whole
Patrice.
chemistry.
When you hurt each
fucking
other,
Look,
Patrice.
Colin is nodding.
You never mean to hurt. You never mean to hurt each other.
No.
But if I hurt somebody's feelings, it's always like I very rarely would go out of my way to hurt my chick's feelings. But sometimes I got to say sorry I did that, because it's like. If I'm only sorry you took it that way, well, yeah, I want it to sound cool in front of the guys.
He's got
I'm single.
fucking point that
But no, he's right. I want it to sound kind of cool and manly, like in this discussion.
He is an insufferable
but you guys,
prick.
This is what Colin does.
But you all do it. You guys are fucked up.
We all do it.
You all do it. I'm sorry.
We're comedians.
And then you are hurt.
And then we get our feelings hurt.
Hold on. In that circle, then you are hurt, and then you want to be brave enough to say you hurt me with that, and then the guy will slam you back like, stop being a faggot.
It's funny to hear the two most emotionally dead zeros I've ever met in my life arguing over who cried harder in terms of endearment.
Right.
Fucking faggots.
But then you're scared to bring it up because you're going to get slammed even harder.
Sure.
Like your world is confusing. I'm glad this has come up. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, that circle of you guys.
Of course, it's the same as any job.
But
you
that's
think cops, if a cop goes to a dead body, he goes, hey, that's horrible. The other cops are going to go, oh, come on, you fucking
I really,
fag.
truly thought
Same
nothing
shit.
affected you guys.
No
you
way.
never get your
That's
feelings
why
hurt.
Tough Crowd was the shit, because it was legitimate, motherfuckers, man.
Right.
That's what I say about, if you want, it was legitimate.
7 years later,
Fucking awful,
Patrice,
motherfucker.
7 years later, Colin's still bringing up the leg comments. That hurt him.
The what?
The leg
About his
comments when he
awful
would wear
legs.
the shorts.
These guys weren't even bad. No, Patrice didn't even make fun of my legs, really.
Colin.
It was Norton and Little Kev. Little Kev goes, you look like a deer.
Yeah, but the funny part, there was one time when Kevin Hart was on and Colin goes, now, hold on, guys, let me talk to Kevin in his native language.
That's awesome.
He was a butch person.
Colin, if Tough Crowd came back today, would Patrice be on it? Or,
Of course.
All right.
See?
So there you go.
That's
all you
it.
need to know.
Not even a second of consideration.
Well, because it still seems like a real thing here.
It's because we didn't do this. That's
Right.
why. It's
Well,
who
brought the mom into the thing?
My mother was with me. That's
Oh,
all.
so
She
just
was
one of those
visiting, and she
things.
came
All
up
right.
and we talked, and Colin. Here's what that in the room. In the room, basically, it was
the summit.
It was basically, like, hey, we do the show, and I'm like, yeah, and he got good, and it was basically just
Colin.
It was just
You really are deluded.
No, it was more. It wasn't even. We didn't.
They
Even,
came into the exactly. No,
we
it's
didn't-
just like he said.
we-
They walked in the room and I said, kind of like humbly, "Hey, will you do the show?"
Do you see?
And he said, "Yes."
No,
and I was like,
that's not what
"Okay,
I'm saying,
thanks."
man. Fucking
That's what
asshole.
you just said.
It's
Everybody
hard for me.
heard you
Listen,
say it.
man. Don't force me to be completely
Oh, shit.
understandable right now.
Please.
I'm trying to remember this at the same. It's more or less we never even said. We never ended it in the room. We ended it as just adult men who said, "All right, let's end it."
Whatever.
And we ended it.
Let's
And I said I would love to do
beat it down.
And he's like,
All right,
I would love you to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask-
It wasn't like.
Let me ask Jimmy, who's close to both of you. What's going on here?
Colin is at times more sensitive than you think he's going to be. And Patrice has a thing when he's teasing people. His thing is, look, you know me. We know each other. So if you get hurt in the meantime, I didn't mean to hurt you. You should know I'm just being me.
But that's hard to
like,
read
Patrice is not
sometimes.
good at saying, I'm sorry for what I did. His thing is, I didn't realize I was hurting you, so I should be admonished or forgiven for it. And Colin's thing is, like, he's a little bit easier hurt than people would think, and he doesn't tell you
Thank you,
when
Dr.
he's hurt.
Norton.
But I'm telling you, that's what it is. But we're all the same way. I'm the same way, too. I've had the argument with Patrice, and I've had the fucking arguments with Colin. And when you behave that way with each other, you just at times throw a real punch, sometimes don't realize it was a real punch. And instead of saying, hey, man, I'm sorry I punched you, we say, hey, I'm sorry you didn't move your head out of the way of that punch.
What's the thing
No, wait a minute.
Okay.
That's
I'm
all
kinda
true.
like
Except
that.
I don't say, I'm sorry you didn't move your head away. I go, I'm sorry.
All right,
I said, I'm sorry, I was out of line.
I will say, Colin,
that's what I said.
Yeah, he is better at that. Yeah, true.
This son of a bitch just said, and nobody, I want to replay him describing our summit. Because in both scenarios, it was him going, okay, I'll come back to the show.
Man,
It was me
Well, here's what I
begging
wanted to say.
on Patrice,
okay,
will you
if it came off like
return?
that, if it came off like that, I'm sorry. I'm saying
look at that.
we
If it
we
came off
never,
like that.
we didn't have.
He had to add the end.
was just that I'm sorry.
He didn't add it. He said it first.
Kind of make
This
Colin's point.
motherfucker is passive aggressive.
There's always an if. There's always like,
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Oh, Lord. What are you sorry
put it this
for?
way.
Your behavior?
We did
No.
not. I can't. We didn't have this
about I'm
conversation in that
sorry?
room. in that room, we didn't have this conversation. It didn't exhume itself. It was basically, he's like, I got over being mad enough at you to invite you to do this show because you are a part of the crew, but it's still that feeling like I'm still, fuck you, Patrice. But I'm.
With that feeling was in your fucking head.
He was showing
I had you on the show as much as anybody, as much as I could.
I'm saying
all I did was tell anybody this guy's amazing.
In that room, that's what I'm saying. In that room, this didn't happen. There was no emotion. You gotta understand.
What the fuck? We screamed for 45 minutes. What the fuck was
in that room?
Yes.
No.
With you and your mom.
Dude, we did.
You and your mom. Half the people on my staff
Colin,
said, what was going on? We thought he was killing you in there. We were on screens all the time.
Colin sat on the edge.
The bunker scene in that fucking Downfall.
He just doesn't like.
Colin sat on the edge. He sat on the edge of the table like Orson Welles, and he fucking sipped his coffee and took deep breaths. He's an asshole with his windowless office that he had.
Oh, all right.
But just listen to what a couple of fucking jerks arguing over 8 years ago who didn't say sorry first. He brings his mommy to a discussion with this fucking jackoff. What a couple of creeps.
And how sad is it that you had an office without a window, Colin? I thought you were a big star. No window for Colin. Patrice would have hung you out that window by your ankles, so thank God you didn't have a fucking window.
There was never a time that... there was never a time even in the whole thing where I didn't love Colin. I love Colin.
And I love Patrice.
That's it. That's all it is.
I don't doubt it.
What do we do now?
I'm still amazed that you can. I'm still just amazed you could even hurt each other a little bit.
You want to shug it out?
Would think it.
Shug it out.
I'm trying to think of a context where I would be like hurt, aside from some things Otto said.
Wait a minute.
On my answering machine the
I'll
other
take the
day.
time Patrice got mad at me because he thought on Tough Crowd I had done something. I don't remember what it was, but you thought my motives for doing it were to make you look bad on the show. I was just being an ass.
Oh my God.
No. But it was like we would tease each other on the show. Shut up, you idiot, that hack. But I did something. I don't even remember what it was, but he thought that I was really trying to make him look bad. And I was not. And I was like, you think I would really try to make you look bad on television? Like, we're friends. I wouldn't do that. But sometimes you do things to each other, and for whatever reason, something's lined up wrong where it comes off like you meant it differently. Like, I don't remember what the instance was.
So again.
But I think our favorite part of that was your reenactment of the show. Shut up, you hack.
Well, but I'm saying we say mean shit to each other. We say mean shit to each other that comedians never like to say to each other on TV.
That's right.
And
nobody likes to say what we say to each other.
Well, they love it, but no one ever says that kind of stuff to each. Comedians don't say that shit to each other. But I said done something that he just thought I was trying to make him look bad for real.
I like how many skirts the show pulled up. That's what I loved.
Wow.
I just loved.
Hell fucking.
I loved. This is what I fucking loved about Tough Crowd. The discussions between us all the time, but the comics who would come on, and you would go, this dude is for real, and this dude got his skirt pulled up. This guy is really a funny dude that does comedy. This guy is a fucking
writer. Is a writer.
A lame, and that's what I love. Exposing the fucking people who just weren't funny, dude.
And the door slam and the fucking would bother people. Ask him because on the road.
Here's why Norton is so funny, because he would literally, he's not big. If a big guy who's fucking muscular guy slams the door on somebody's face, it's like Norton was small, these guys, and they would just be talking to him, and he'd just let the door go. And he'd be still in the middle of a sentence, and you'd see their face start to get fucking furious.
But that's hilarious.
As they realized, and suddenly the door slammed.
But I would hear the howls of laughter from him or Nick or Keith, and the one guy not laughing. But guys like Colbert, who's a funny, loved it. Certain comedians loved it, and other comedians
Greg Proops,
who didn't like it.
Go ahead.
Jeff Garland got a little annoyed, but not too much.
Oh,
but I like Jeff.
That other guy that does all those.
Hal Sparks got really mad.
Hal Sparks.
He got really pissed off.
Yeah, a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
it's a good test.
But wait a minute, let's not make this all about comedians.
Yeah,
because first of all, that's not what I love about the show. Is trashing on the fucking comedian. What I like about the show is that we would fucking expose people trying to please the crowd. Like, there was no crowd pleasing allowed. Like, if somebody got up there and tried to say, well, I think that...
pontificating, yes.
Or they just say a statement that's sort of mildly amusing, but, like, everybody has to agree.
Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, nobody's more... This son of a bitch was like a fucking cleanser. He'd go, and then...
You kind of do that, Patrice.
And you go, what?
In pain.
And you go, what, Patrice? and then he fucking destroyed him for like 15 minutes.
Right. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah.
But and also the fucking the beauty of something bombing, and not only would the other comedians not fake laugh like it had to. I did one time we had to submit our Act 3s where my joke was something about a Pac-Man going waka waka waka, and Colin read it.
Oh no!
Knew it was gonna bomb and made them let me keep it.
Just let it go.
So I did it, and it got a fucking like a 1, and Colin goes, let him think about what he just said.
That's fucking brilliant.
See, that's brilliant, though.
I love that shit.
Yeah, we had fun.
You gotta be brave to allow that shit to happen.
We had fun, man. Yeah. No applause.
Yeah.
I used to say,
Listen,
look, stop applauding.
We do have to take a break, and Otto from Otto and George is outside to say hi.
Otto here?
I want to say this: tough crowd clips are all over YouTube.
Yeah.
There's probably a bunch of people out there
making
never
money
checked them
off
out.
of those royalties checks.
Yeah, but why not?
From
There's no
YouTube?
reason that show can't be back on.
And why
the
not
network.
let the
There's
people
no
see the
reason.
chemistry, man? It was an amazing
Yeah.
fucking
Cheap
show.
to make, fucking dirt cheap to make.
Right.
Everybody, it wasn't about people like, oh, the comedians would just insult each other. It's like, you fucking dummy. It was about friends kind of fucking just taking each other apart and about the relationship between the comedians.
Why wouldn't you podcast that
It was
shit
about
for a little
friends
while?
and laughter and enjoyment.
Why wouldn't you
wouldn't
podcast it just for a little
Because
while?
you honestly think, and I hate to leave on this note, I'm going to give up my seat to Otto.
Where you going?
No. I got to go.
No, you don't.
Where?
Where?
I got to.
No.
Where?
People
have
are
a
going to think
workout.
that you're mad
You don't
again.
stop at your workout.
I have a workout at 10.
Fucking idiot. Go at 10:30. You're the boss.
Listen to me.
people are gonna
No,
think
you're not
you're
the
mad.
boss when you work out. Those guys charge you.
Well, you tell them 10:30.
Let me just say one thing.
You're
And
not
I don't leave on an ugly
You're not
note.
leaving because they're going to
When
think
is your
you're
gig?
upset.
Where's Otto going to say? Where's George going to say?
On your lap.
But here's the other thing.
Anthony, you said something.
If you think, Opie,
You said something bad.
that I'm going to go out of my way for free to corral these cocksuckers to do a fucking tough crowd on a podcast,
Fair
you're
enough.
sadly mistaken.
Fair enough.
That was. I still watch
Fair
those
enough.
clips though, and they're like the best of the part 1, 2, and 3. There was some fucking hilarious.
What, it's on YouTube, is that?
Yes.
All right.
But
Go
the
for
monologues
best of
were
clips.
fucking great. Oh, the Act 3s were fucking fun.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Did
a good
anyone?
show.
Before you go,
You should probably kill
We
yourself.
don't want you to go or anything, but
Well.
before you do go, yes. Did anybody say anything that was out of line here today?
Come on.
See,
Colin, where are you going?
I just fucked it up.
Wait.
Patrice at Carolina.
No hurt
Go tonight to
feelings.
see Patrice so you get some
sorry.
pocket money. We'll
I'm
be back
sorry
with
you
Otto.
got-
Hey, Patrice O'Neal's going to be at Caroline's tonight. Two
Yes.
shows, Patrice.
Oh, got microphone.
One show Sunday.
But tonight is the night. We got to
shows
sell this
tonight.
shit
Two
out
shows.
tonight so Patrice gets a little pocket money.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they get bonuses, but I just like it to look good.
Yeah.
It'll look good.
Of course.
You're a big star.
Bring your ears. Don't
It's
We
a
all
better-
have, we all
it's a-
have egos at
Did
stake.
Fame call?
Yeah.
Fame call yet, Patrice?
It's checking it right now.
Fame?
Oh, it rang.
People always wanna
And
know.
I
It
said
rang.
hello,
It
and
rang.
he said, what you doing? And I go, why? What's up? He goes, just, I might call you back.
Oh, okay.
No, here's what happened. Fame called, and Patrice went, what? And hung up on it.
or it was an unrecognizable number, and I go, hello? Yeah, is Patrice here? Who's this?
Who's
It's Fame. What? I was just checking to see if you was busy.
Yeah,
No, I'm not busy. And he goes, all right, we're going to get back to you. Just peek at the phone. Keep your eye out.
Are you willing to play the game a little bit with these people?
I tried. Something happened. I was doing radio, and we were talking about YouTube and the top YouTube videos, and they said, and the guy said, well, what would happen if the top YouTube video is the guy dancing, the evolution of Danny
evolution,
Morrison?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's up there.
It's huge.
It used to be
was
number one
huge.
forever, but
And
not anymore.
it was like, would you do that if you could get 150 million people to watch it? And I said I would start crying because I know I wouldn't. Like I would start to cry at the opportunity that I wouldn't take.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not just I want to badly. I'm trying. Dude. I'm getting better. But
I'm
but
trying
I catch
real
myself.
hard.
Here's why I fuck up real bad. Now I'm only down to fucking up on this show.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That means we're not going to see you.
That's not bad.
But no,
You might have to turn your back on us.
somebody's gonna force me to say no, a publicist.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go. Nah, those are my boys.
Oh, that's not the direction you want to.
Yeah,
we want to go in.
I'm gonna at least stay that. But the roast gave me a chance to
shut up.
I know, right?
Hi, Otto.
Thank you.
Hi, Otto. Saying what we're all thinking.
Chance to do me in a platform that was a little different from everybody, and I got to do a little bit of how I might be, so that might help. But I think fame might call in about 6 months to a year.
Okay. So, Otto, wait, are you saying that you're not interested in the mea culpa? You don't want to hear it?
Mea culpa?
Actually, leave me hanging.
That means I'm guilty, right? In Latin?
No, it's kind of Patrice's mea culpa is him.
No, he was telling fucking Anthony to shut up when he sneezed. Why are you so mean?
I think he was telling Patrice to shut up.
Oh, you were telling Patrice to shut up.
No, I sneezed.
When somebody sneezes on a bus, I go, shut up. And then the next time they sneeze, I go, you're ruining everything.
I don't like that.
Ruining everything.
I
thought Otto was saying
to Patrice, yeah. Otto, you thought was the nicest guy? Are you got a message from him?
Just don't let him have a few pops before he gets on the phone.
My friend Kevin Bacco told a great story about you. He was a cameraman on a show that you did, I think, with Dave Attell. It was one of those Comedy Central things, and he said you were sitting down between shooting, and this, like, the head of Comedy Central came down, and you read him the riot act about why he canceled Tough Crowd, and you were giving him shit like, have you ever made anybody laugh? Have you ever fucking stood in front of an audience and made a person laugh in your life? And then it's like, the only reason you canceled Tough Crowd is because you couldn't control him, and you just fucking belittled this guy, and you were like,
don't say the head of it, that's Doug Herzog. I get a little slavey. Doug is like,
this was a long time ago.
I was never said that to Doug Herzog.
It was probably a long time ago.
It was probably some fucking douche who was
some
powerful minion,
some underling.
Because I was probably heard. I was really heard about it.
But you were heroic to the way Kevin told that story.
Let's find out who it was, though. It could have just been an intern.
Yeah.
No, it was some underling.
Colin needed to hear this before he left here all
sad. That was good, though.
I stopped attacking comics. I stopped a lot of stuff. I leave comics alone. I leave people that I don't know alone. It saddens me a little bit.
Yeah, you're growing up, I think.
Yeah, but it makes it less juvenile, which was what's making it really fun. And there's no more shut it up or screaming out my car window. It's just like, but when I come here, like, here's why I fuck up on this show. I tell stories and I say the name. That's why I still fuck up. Like, I'll just go.
I name names.
Yeah, I'll just go with this guy. Yeah. And I should go, well, we're nameless. I should be more political. I'm trying, though. But how bad can you go? I mean, what is it gonna? Come on, man.
You want a little fame, though. Play the game a little bit.
More
people need to see you.
He's playing.
All right. More people need to see you.
Yeah, I don't think
that's a compliment. Jesus.
No way.
Yeah.
You got a little bit.
Yeah.
You really do, unfortunately.
Play the game. Play the game, Marty. Yeah.
There's certain politics involved with it. You have to.
Do you play Otto?
Well, not really. I'm not good at that at all. I'm not good at that at all. I mean, not really. I mean, I try to be honest. I mean,
what is your issue? You think? Meaning what you think you could change in terms of how you approach the business, if you could go back, because probably might be too. You like
it's too late.
Well, no, like you paused there.
Yeah. There was a pause.
Because I was trying to be political
and not make it sound like that.
So it made it awkward. Where I go,
it was a weird pause after two.
Because Otto kind of was saying, I don't play the game.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you could play, what would you go? What would you adjust about yourself that you would go, I'm gonna do this where I didn't do it?
You mean if I could go back in time or from here forward?
Back in time, all the way up to here forward and on. Like,
well, I probably would have tried to go to L.A. when I was a lot younger and a little more photogenic. Maybe tried working clean so I can, maybe could have some of that Jeff Dunham cash. That would be all right.
Does that sicken you?
Yeah, people always try and get my fuck Jeff Dunham. I go, no, he's the top guy in my field. He's not what I do, but he's top guy, man. I can't say anything bad about him. He's a very talented guy. He's just not what I do,
Yeah.
I serve a purpose.
We absolutely liked him when he came in here. I didn't
a couple times.
I didn't think we were going to like him.
He's not a cornball.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
He's not a cornball.
He's very edgy.
I used to work at the Comedy Connection in Boston.
Yeah.
And one night, he cursed out the club owner with the puppet, right? With the old man, like the douchebag, right? And he goes, "Hey guys," to the audience. "Hey guys, let's just play a game called Raise Your Hand and let's count." Right? So somebody would go 1, 2, the crowd 3, till the whole crowd got to 325.
Jesus.
And he goes, "I want my fucking bonus." Because they try to play him out. He's a fucking. I couldn't stop laughing. He's not a corny guy, dude.
No,
He's just,
I didn't get that impression.
The
at
other
all.
thing is when I do radio, I tend to like go long periods without saying anything, and I know that the object of radio is to just talk and be a chatterbox continually, and I'm always trying to think of the gem to throw out. So I'm a pretty shitty guest. I mean, there have been times when I sat here like a fucking statue for an hour trying to think of something funny instead of just throwing anything out there to fill up the time and make their job easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're killing this show, Otto.
Yeah.
You're just killing a different way, that's all.
Oh, thank you.
Otto's got, of course, his
Pig roast.
web show, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's,
going to that Comic-Con thing today to get some footage.
Yeah, he's going to Comic-Con, get
Yeah.
some footage over
Jimmy,
there.
you going
Those
too?
Fucking
Yeah.
freaks.
Are you going today or tomorrow?
Well, Chip does interviews, so he'll be doing some interviews
Today?
at Comic-Con,
Chip at TV.
Oh, cool.
Jesus.
How many times a year does Comic-Con happen?
Happens in different places.
Yeah, this
San Diego once
the
a
big
year.
one,
This
and then
one.
here in New
Oh,
York
okay.
once
I
a
was about to
year.
say,
Yeah.
It seems like I just
Karachi,
heard
they're
Comic-Con.
starting
Yeah.
And one in Jersey, too. So we get Jersey, New York once a year each, right?
Like, what could I expect to meet? Like
Weirdos?
Really hot chicks.
hot chicks?
No.
Sometimes there's hot chicks dressed like in
Yeah.
those fucking
Sci-fi,
space
horror,
albums.
B
Yeah.
actors, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
a lot of B movie actors.
I love
and,
that.
Yeah, they'll play
like,
bees or something.
Jesus Christ.
I love that.
Fuck.
Just getting warmed up.
Yeah, fucking great.
Where's it at, the Javits Center?
Yeah, the Javits. I got press passes and everything. I could film. I got a hot chick coming with
Oh,
me
wow,
dressed
you got
as Wonder
press passes
Woman.
and everything.
Yeah, one of the piglets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Access.
Is it
that access?
with George or no?
yeah. I'm gonna have to schlep that fucking prop around all day, man.
Shit.
I wish I was just a stand-up. It's such a pain in the ass.
He's not. Give you this. He's not the guy from Magic.
Yeah.
He's like. It's not his alter ego. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, where it's got to be
Yeah,
around.
Anthony
He doesn't know what to
Hopkins.
do. He's just like, stay in the box.
It's
Leave
like,
me alone.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
seen some weird things with George over the years, reading newspapers and shit.
But that's a while ago.
and
too.
I don't even know if Otto was doing that for us. Or,
Oh yeah, I do it to create the illusion. It's
hilarious.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like people to think there's a subtext of the tortured ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Because with that one day you were just talking to us.
Yeah.
And as we're talking to you, George was reading the newspaper.
We didn't know you that
and
well
you
either.
You didn't even acknowledge it
No.
or anything.
Oh.
And it was the weirdest thing.
I got
It's like-
Anthony's attention. We're both
fucking
looking at
so
you like,
funny.
He's
Yeah.
fucking his head's going back and forth. He's moving the pages, and you're just talking like nothing about the newspaper or anything.
No.
It was
Really?
so fucking funny though.
it was classic.
fuck.
Otto
Okay.
was sexy
Yeah.
as a boy too. I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very, very molestable.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
He was a
compliment.
pretty. He was a pretty boy, man.
I want to know how many times that fucking puppet got put down in the basement by an older man as he forced your young pants off. How many times did George on his side just witness you being raped?
Oh shit! Those eyes just stuck open as
Yeah.
he's
I saw
looking
some old
sideways.
George pictures, man. I mean, and he's been. I mean, Otto. He's been doing it.
Yeah.
Since
for
he was a
your
kid.
whole life, right? Like,
Yeah, since about 14.
shit,
yeah.
man.
Jesus.
So
Have you
I
ever
was-
done stand up without it? Have you
No,
tried?
aren't there enough stand-ups? No, I mean, plus
No, you said you get sick of it sometimes, so I'm wondering if
sick of carrying the equipment, schlepping that. Like after a set, it'd be nice to just, go out to dinner with my friends instead of got to, bring a fucking trunk into a restaurant. It's embarrassing,
Yeah, it is a little
But they
odd.
don't. You don't never just leave him there, leave him in the
At-
office.
at the club. Yeah, if I know the club owner and they promise to lock it up, but I still don't feel right because I know they're going to take it out and go quack quack, and then drop the head, and then that's $10,000 in
Why don't you put a
repairs.
lock on it? On the case that you could use
I
sometimes.
threw the lock away because they snap it open at the airport. They have to have access to the trunk at the airport, and they just fucking broke the lock on me. So I had to get.
Oh,
a
and
new
you
trunk.
check your bag and lock it. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But isn't George small enough to just put in a carry-on
Well,
or a
I-
fucking knapsack?
I could take the head
It's
off
expensive.
and just carry that on because the head is really the expensive part. But then, it's a Joe Pesci movie at that point. I'd rather just insure it and hope that it arrives wherever I'm working.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if your bag gets lost, then what do you do?
Has that ever happened?
Has it never?
Yeah. Coming back from Canada, they fucked up and they mailed it somewhere else. So I had to stay overnight in Cleveland, and it was a nightmare.
But never for a show, though.
No. That never happened so far. But
What would you do?
What did I do?
What would you do if the puppet didn't
Grab
come?
a sock.
Yeah.
Fucking hide my hotel room and get the next flight home. I couldn't do anything.
You can't do that.
I don't know. I go do Jay Moore's act. I don't know.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is the
They
show
still didn't give me a
premiere?
fucking air date. I got cards. This is the information for the pig roast.
Throw them around.
Can we see it?
2 diamonds, ace of clubs. Let them know who did this.
Can we
stop
see it?
throwing these cards badly? Just give me one.
Fling it.
Can we get it on? Can we see it now?
Sorry.
Some of it?
Yeah, you can see a trailer, but
Yeah, the trailer looks
sometime
great.
in November.
It's filmed.
Smashbox TV?
I had
Pigroast.tv.
I had on Jimmy McMullen twice. The rent's too damn high. He's a great
Oh
guest.
yeah, he's a fucking
I had
lunatic.
Jimmy on.
We had him on.
Pigroast.tv.
What's the concept?
What's the theme of the show? It's like Jay Leno, except you can curse. I do sketches. We have hot chicks dancing, like really hot chicks dancing. We got a band, and then we're doing we're doing a Monday. We're shooting this spoof of To Catch a Predator, so that's going to be a quick 5-minute.
Have y'all had
sketch.
that son of a bitch on since he got caught cheating?
Oh yeah, right.
Nah, we haven't had him on in a while though.
No.
It was before that. We haven't even had him on. Yeah.
I love
when he got
that piece of shit.
he got
even
caught,
though,
huh?
even though like
That
he didn't,
garbage.
it ain't like he got caught touching kids, but still,
no.
he's
I
a
love
fucking
him.
self-righteous
But
ass
A
crack.
bit hypocritical.
You know,
Yeah.
if he was doing a show on cheating,
Right.
Child rapist.
Yeah.
He just got caught cheating on his
Right,
wife.
and
Yeah.
so that's the thing. But he just you just a catching
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's a catching you doing stuff guy.
Yeah, catching you doing it, right.
Yeah.
And he got caught.
He got caught. That's all.
I love the way you took McFarlane down a peg. I watched I watched your set 4 times. I thought it was brilliant.
Thank you, man.
Oh man, it was
Thank you.
great. It was so fucking funny. It was great. It was like it seemed like you had shit prepared, and then you just went off. It was great.
It would.
And that Jeselnik, I'm not even going to learn your stupid fucking name. I'm done learning goofy fucking names. You guys in this funky ass fucking business. I'm not going to learn. It was fucking great. No straight man writes that many show tunes. He was so.
Oh yeah, that's
It was great, and you need a Barbera to beat the shit out of you. That was brilliant.
You don't have a
That was
partner.
brilliant.
You don't have a Barbera. Yeah,
That was brilliant.
You got no Barbera.
Oh man,
Smack you out of your fucking.
That was
He got an
fucking-
album out now.
that
Jesus,
that was great, man.
enough of you.
That was great.
More Stewie.
Yeah. That was funny as shit, man.
Thank you.
I
Man.
watched that a dozen times. Just your set. Everybody else sucked. But I had to watch what Shatner said because I didn't understand why you called him a racist old white man. So I had to watch his segment just to see what he had said. That was great.
What did he say again? I forget.
Projects. He just used projects and me,
Right.
my family.
Oh, great. Jesus Christ.
Some keywords.
Nothing too hurtful.
He's
Some
old
racist
school.
keywords.
But
He's old school.
He was tremendous.
He was in here last week. He's great.
Yeah.
Man.
He was
liked the
tremendous.
Shatner.
He was so good. I thought, and I just
What
got a
about
sense of
Tyson?
humor.
Does he still look like he can kill everybody in the room if he had to?
dude. It's something. He's not a decrepit old dude. He's like an 80-year-old beast.
Yeah.
That just he still looks. He for real. He just looks like he's
not
got
even that
another
old.
20
I was
years
asking about Tyson.
easy, huh?
No, yeah, I was asking
Tyson,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson. Does he still look like very dangerous or?
Tyson is Tyson is. I don't agree with when people call anybody who fights for a living a bully. He's not a bully in the ring.
He's a fighter.
But I think he's street, and I think he's a thug.
Dangerous.
I think he's a thug. In a not in a white judging way, but he truly was a street guy.
Yeah.
Because he sized me up. He just saw my size.
Oh yeah.
Saw I was black, and
that's right. You said something like he was checking out how sturdy you were.
He just was checking my base.
Right.
To see how easy it would be to just where he would punch me and I would fold up.
He just has to know.
He
has to know everyone
himself.
in the room, and especially a big black guy. He's got to know that he. Where he stands.
It was natural, and that's what you do. That's just what you do when you size people up, and that's.
Could you imagine being punched by him in his prime in the face?
God. Even now,
even when he's 90 in a wheelchair,
that big meat fist just going into his face.
I mean, he's a much. I don't know how nice he was or anything. I don't know him, but he's a much easier. He's a lot more fun loving.
Mellowed with age, I think.
He just makes people fun loving. You know?
You wouldn't even feel it if he hit you. Literally, your lights would just go out. If he hit you square in the jaw, you'd just go out.
Yeah.
Nice
wake up
and it wouldn't be about boxing. I think if you grabbed him, he would flip you over. I think Mike Tyson could probably just fight.
Not even have to punch you. He could
just like he's going to sit there and box you. Like you try to grab him and he'll know how to fucking flip you and kick you. Mike Tyson will whoop your
style
ass.
and technique.
You know,
unless you know how to wrestle.
Kenny, we're getting out of here.
We're going to start a weekend.
What time are you going to the Comcan? Right away.
Comcan?
What's it called?
Comical Con. Comical Con.
Comical
Con, yeah.
Comical Con? Okay.
Comical Con.
I have October 20 through 22, Pittsburgh Improv. November 3 through 5, Stress Factory, New Brunswick for me. And November 11 and 12, I'll be in Long Island at the Brokerage Comedy Club.
Are you getting your bonuses in Pittsburgh?
I don't know. Why? I've never had a situation with them. Why?
No. I'm saying, are you hitting bonuses?
I won't even know until I'm there. I have no idea.
Can I say the name of my pig roast again?
Yes.
www.pigroast.tv on Bashbox TV.
And the trailer looks great. Right?
Coming in November. Thank you.
Looks great.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Is this big time?
Great.
This is big. Is Fame calling Otto?
It's internet. I don't know. It could go big. I'm hoping.
Otto, a little this.
I'm what?
Little of this.
So far, I haven't made a nickel. This is a work of love. But I'm 25% owner of the show. So if it makes any money, we'll see. We'll see.
Internet's the wave of the future, my friend.
I hope so, man.
I think it is.
I'm old and liable to give out.
Fuck waiting fuck waiting these guys to call you. Do it yourself.
It's
see
one
what
of
happens.
those things. It's just.
We're gonna try the Johnny Ola murder on Big A because you know how they do the MythBusters. It doesn't look like you could snap somebody's neck with a wooden hanger. That fucking bottom part is pretty frail. I'm gonna try and murder Big A on the next
Johnny
show.
Ola.
Yeah. I'm going to see if that'll work.
Otto's a huge fan of Big A.
Johnny Ola was killed with the hanger, or he killed somebody.
He was killed with it.
It was the bodyguard, the old man bodyguard.
The guy that
didn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Was it Rocco Lampone or no?
Yeah. The bodyguard? I don't remember, but when they told Michael your bodyguard is dead, he had no reaction. Just went, so what'd you get my kid for Christmas? It's like no feeling.
I'm glad I'm here with movie aficionados.
Yes.
Here's a quick before you go. 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Godfather question.
Yeah.
Original Godfather.
Okay.
How did, and this is not a quiz, but how did the father, Don Corleone, how did he know after that meeting when he said, I did not know to this day that it was Barzini? How did he know? What happened in the meeting for him to know that it was Barzini the whole time? I knew he said it and he figured it out, but what instance happened for you to go back and go, oh, this is what happened for him to know?
That was probably the one question everyone fucking
I think it was him, the way Barzini manipulated the meeting and ran the meeting and made it happen. I think Barzini he was just a smart guy.
And
Don
he was
Corleone,
too agreeable.
And he was
he was too agreeable.
And he said a refusal is not the act of a friend.
Yeah.
If he has them, he must share them.
Yeah,
and I think that was probably it. It was probably that subtle way he led that meeting and got Don Corleone to concede his point that he had been fighting with Tattaglia about, and I think that's what
so. It was never a moment. It just was an overall theme.
Perceptive.
It was a mobster hunch.
That
he knew
guy.
From growing up. Watch The Godfather 2.
And he said,
he get charged for such services?
You just on a maybe that you did something.
Right.
Better.
I didn't know till this day. Well, I kind of know.
Yeah,
fuck him anyway.
Yeah, he didn't pass the ketchup that one time, so fuck you. Go.
Why take a chance?
But he said he goes he could charge for these services. We're not communists. I think just the way he led it and made it happen, tipped them off.
All right, good enough. That helps me to watch it again.
And wanted the drugs done. I think it also said that Barzini wanted the drugs sold.
Yeah.
Because I think that
some real greaseball shit.
He might have thought that Barzini would side with him on no drugs.
Right.
But when Barzini said that indicated that he was on the side of the drugs being sold.
Yeah.
But didn't he kill?
True.
But didn't they kill everybody anyway? They wound up killing everybody, right?
Michael did it, and he knew he could make that swear that oath, and Michael would do it. He knew Michael would do it.
Yeah, Don Corleone didn't have
even
to do
Stracci, who I have no idea who the fuck that was.
Stracci, when he tells him, Stracci.
Who's that?
What?
I thought he was all itchy and stuff. Scratching.
Who the fuck is Stracci?
I'll bet
Stracci's going through the names, and he hears Stracci, you're like, who?
Yeah.
The fuck was Stracci?
Yeah, he probably killed him on a horse's head or something.
Right? So it was no definitive thing that happened then?
No, I don't think there was one moment where they it wasn't such a blatant thing. I think it would have been corny if it was this blatant, where he looked and curled his mustache and his fingers.
Yeah, like he had his fingers crossed when he went, the pieces.
When Michael found out Fredo did it, it was kind of a moment of dun dun, like that happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh shit, like it was like, he fucked up, he lied. So I thought it was like maybe a moment there where
Johnny Ola took me here. Johnny Ola showed me.
What an asshole Fredo is.
Yeah.
No, we never met. I never know. And then like 5 minutes later, me and Johnny Ola.
Johnny comes here all the time.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Fucking dummy beluga whale four-headed fuck.
Then Michael kissed him. I was like, what, he's still getting fresh?
All right. It's fucking Friday. I ain't putting up with this shit.
Hey, Patrice is going to be at Caroline's tonight. Let's all go and check out Patrice, all right? And Otto, thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
The pig roast is going to do very well for you.
Oh, but I'm going to call you and not get you not pick up and not have to call me back.
I fucking explain myself.
Explain yourself.
The fuck? We handled that off air.
Why don't you just say sorry?
Look, I'm sorry you get upset when I don't pick up the phone.
Thank you.
Why don't you just say sorry? Why don't you just say sorry?
Patrice at Caroline's tonight. See you guys Monday.
Thank you.